Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Valentine's Day show special. Valentine's is celebrated in many countries, but not always on the same day or in the same way. In Japan, women give gifts to men on February 14th, and men cannot respond with a gesture until March 14th. And in Argentina, there's a whole week of sweetness, but in July. But however it's celebrated, it's all about love and friendship and maybe a little chocolate. John, what's your take on Valentine's Day? How do you celebrate?
I have to tell you, so first off, I learn something every time I sit here and produce one of these shows. So I just learned a couple of things right there. But this is perhaps one of the more anxiety-inducing holidays for men, okay?
Yes.
You don't want to get this wrong, and you don't want to repeat things, even though sometimes things that worked in the past, you go to the well too many times. But I'm hoping that as we sit here and talk today, you could come up with some ideas for people on how to make this a memorable Valentine, and also incorporate the kids.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And by the way, the amount of money that is spent on this holiday, and I suspected this, and you and I talked off air about this, but it was in excess of $50 billion last year. The average Gen Zer, that's ages 18 to 25, will spend $164. Millennials, $294. That's the average. And then Gen X and baby boomers not far behind. So people are willing to spend to show their love and appreciation for the folks in their lives on Valentine. And I'm hoping that you can give us some ideas because, like I said, it's easy to go back and do the stuff you've done in the past.
That's right. It is. And I believe those numbers. I also hear the people who say that they feel like you don't need a day to celebrate. You should just show someone love every day. But I do like the tradition of it. And because of that, I do have a lot of ideas for different gifts and things to show your appreciation. So in terms of the traditional gifts like Valentine's cards, there's some really, really cute things you can do. You mentioned kids. You can go to minted.com and they actually make you can make your own cards for your kids to give in the classroom, for instance, or I'm sure you could do it for yourself too, but they're really cute. They're very personalized, and so that's one option. You can then, in terms of chocolate, another traditional, I would go to Chocopology. That's Fritz Knipschildt has the most amazing chocolate, and I would go there. You can order there. I think it's through Gold Belly, so you can take your pick from different truffles to all sorts of confections that he has. And we cannot forget Caviar. It's that's really special. So we have Black River Caviar. I think it's, as we were talking to our guest, Linda Garnett from Black River Caviar, she's saying it's really for every day. It shouldn't just be for a special occasion, but they do have different price points. So I would definitely check that out. We had some samples and it is excellent. So if you're looking to spend a little more, I always like to shop local because, support the local businesses, small business. But if you're trying to reach someone across the country, flowers, Farm Girl Flowers. She is amazing. I believe they're from Ecuador and they're shipped overnight or in 2 days. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I've been the recipient of these Farm Girl Flowers and they come in these burlap kind of wraps and they are gorgeous. So I highly recommend those. In terms of kids' gifts, if you're looking to do something like for classroom or even just kids, to give your own kids, I love all the items at Target, and I also love Michael's. I mean, they have everything from pencils, erasers, little heart-shaped things that if you don't want to go with candy necessarily, and I know that even at my kids' school, they say no candy. So
I was going to ask, I don't want to jump in, but there are rules, right?
There are definite rules, and with the obvious of allergies in kids, the nut allergy, but there's a a hard pass on the candy.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of those really nice things, and I hate giving junk, but at both Target and Michael's, and these are on the website, these links, and also at the bottom of, if you scroll down on the podcast, these links will be there, but take you right to the Valentine section. They have these great usable items that, like pencils.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use that all the time. Kids need pencils.
We talked, I think it was, maybe it was even the Christmas episode, but we talked about, we both have an aversion to having that extra plastic junk around the house, choking hazards, pets eat them, get it out. Yeah. But those are good ideas. By the way, on the classroom stuff.
Yes.
Always make sure, right, that every kid is included. I mean, this should go without saying.
Yes.
But this could cause issues for years if you're the kid that doesn't get the card, or
I don't care if you like everyone in your class, if you're friends, but you must include every single person. In fact, we do have an email from the school saying, you must, if you're going to bring one, you have to bring for all. So in this case, absolutely.
I haven't checked yet, but I'm sure my daughter's school, the rules, it's probably a lengthy email.
It is. Scroll down, you'll find it.
So these are some really good products that you've listed.
So these are really, really great products. And then there's other ways too. I mean, I made handmade cards for Valentine's Day. We used the doilies and the paper that we cut out in heart shapes, and then of course the homemade option is for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If you just go get you can go to Target or Michael's and you can get your heart shaped cookie cutter, or probably your local supermarket or cooking store. And that goes a long way. So I have a lot of these recipes, different kinds of things on my website, but you can take everything from watermelon radishes, which I happen to love because they're pink inside.
And I don't know, but they probably don't really taste different, but because my eye sees them at that bright color, they taste sweeter to me somehow.
They do. And yes, I think it's more appealing, and there's so many things you can do. I mean, you can do the cucumbers. I mean, if you're packing your kids' school lunch boxes, you can take they come in, some of those heart-shaped cookie cutters are like mini ones, or they come in a set. So just, the sky's the limit. I mean, I've done pita chips and then
pita chips in the shape of a heart?
In the shape of a heart. It's really easy to do. You just cut it out, stick it. This is on my website as well, cultivatedbycaryn.com. You can find all these recipes. And these are great ways to kind of show your love and show, if you wake up, whether it's your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, what have you, you wake up and you see something heart-shaped, it means they've taken the extra time to do something special.
Shame on you if you don't appreciate that, by the way.
Absolutely.
The Black River Show, by the way, the Caviar Show is airing now.
Yes. Okay. And then we have a special on that too, Linda 15. So that's a special on the Caviar. So yes, that is airing. And
the chocolate is coming up.
Fritz Knipschildt, yes, that's coming up too. So
I'll give you a sneak peek on that. We were in the kitchen. Is it a kitchen? Is that considered a kitchen?
Yeah, it was part of.
Where the chocolate was being made. And I wish that we could add a smell feature to the podcast. You just have to get the chocolate yourself.
And the taste feature. I mean, that hot chocolate was to die for.
By the way, served warm, not boiling.
Yes. Yeah. It's better.
Intentionally.
Yes. Fritz is very intentional.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Some other ideas, and I thought these were good, and feel free to steal them. Recreate your first date.
I like that.
Fill out a love journal. Create a photo album. I am one. My daughter at 4 does not appreciate photos. She can't sit for more than 30 seconds. I could look at photos day and night. I think that's a great idea.
I love that.
Have a favorite things day. Again, just going back to things that we appreciate about each other. And the last one, and I copied and pasted this for you, create a signature cocktail.
I like that.
We know a little bit about that.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yeah, Johnny Hart. The Five Farms Irish Cream Liqueur, he gave us his signature cocktail, which I highly recommend actually for Valentine's Day, something special. It's a great...
And it's sweet.
It's sweet.
Right.
It's like, I mean, some people say, oh, you can use that, sip that in place of dessert. But it's definitely a treat, as someone also called it. It's delicious. Five Farms Irish Cream Liqueur. And yes, so I think it's just being really thoughtful and showing someone that you love them. And don't forget to say, I love you.
Do you, now that we love our listeners, and now
Yes.
that we are a month and a half into the new year, you want to tell us about any exciting shows that are coming up?
Oh, yes, we have.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, that's all right. Oh, yes, I'm thinking, we're actually we will be traveling to Italy. We will be traveling to Miami. We have an amazing guest there who runs the food and beverage at a large stadium. So the heat is on. I'll let you kind of guess who that is.
All right,
yes,
cool.
Heat is on. We might be going to the Middle East, and we've got some really exciting shows coming up. So
you've chosen to subscribe to this podcast at a very opportune time, folks.
Yes, and please don't forget to like and even give us a rating. If you scroll down, see those 5 stars, go ahead and click.
All right, great. Well, listen, happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's, John.